Assalamualaikum guys, my name is Mohammad Sufyan and I am a student of Rehan School Online Academy. So guys, today we have a guest, her name is called Annie. So today topic is food. So let's go. Harani, how are you? My first question is, what is your favorite food of all time?
Nice to meet you, Fankum. I'm Annie, by the way. I'm doing great, thanks. Oh, food, I love food. My fave is pizza, especially the ones I had in Florence, where I studied. What about you?
Okay, Annie, so my next question is, do you prefer spicy or mild food?
I'm more of a spicy food girl. I love the kick. Give me some good Italian pasta with red pepper flakes any day. How about you, Fankum? Can you handle spicy food?
Okay, Annie, very nice. So my next question is, what's your favorite dessert?
I have a sweet tooth. I love tiramisu, it's an Italian classic. The coffee, the cream, the latte fingers. It's just perfect. I used to get it all the time when I was studying in Florence. Do you have a favorite dessert, Fankum?
Okay, so my next question is, which food do you do you dislike the most? Anyway, my question is, which food do you dislike the most?
Brussels sprouts, I'm not a fan. My mom used to make me eat them when I was a kid, and I just couldn't stand the taste. Still don't like them today, ha. How about you, Fankum? Is there a food you really dislike?
Okay, so my next question is, do you enjoy trying new foods from other cultures?
I love trying new foods, it's one of my favorite things to do. I think that's one of the best ways to learn about different cultures, through their cuisine. I've tried lots of new food since moving back to New Jersey from Florence, and I'm always looking for new restaurants to try. How about you, Fankum? Are you adventurous when it comes to food?
Okay, so my next question is, what do you usually eat for breakfast?
I'm a simple girl, I love a good avocado toast or some overnight oats. But if I'm being totally honest, sometimes I just have a coffee and a granola bar on the go, especially if I have an early yoga class. How about you, Fankum? What's your go to breakfast?
Okay, so my next question is, how many meals do you eat in a day?
I usually eat three main meals breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I have a few snacks in between, like fruit or nuts. I try to eat healthy, but I do love a good pizza night, so I don't always stick to the plan, ha. I'd say I eat around 5 times a day, including snacks. How about you, Fankum? What's your eating routine like?
Okay, so my next question is, do you prefer homemade food or restaurant food?
I prefer homemade food. There's just something about a meal made with love that you can't replicate in a restaurant. My nana used to make the best homemade pasta when I was growing up. It was always so delicious. But I do love going out to restaurants and trying new foods. It's a great way to explore different cuisines. How about you, Fankum, homemade or restaurant?
Okay, so my next question is, do you uh, what is your go-to snack?
I'm a big fan of popcorn, I love it. I like to make it at home with some olive oil and seasonings. It's such a satisfying snack. I also enjoy having some dark chocolate on hand. It's a great pick me up. And of course, I love a good bag of chips, especially if I'm gaming or watching a movie. How about you, Fankum? What's your go to snack?
Okay, so my next question is, do you drink tea, coffee, or juice with your meal?
I'm a coffee girl through and through. I love a good cup of coffee in the morning. It helps me wake up and get ready for the day. Sometimes I'll have a cup of tea in the afternoon if I need a little pick me up. But if I'm being totally honest, I usually drink water with my meals. It's just easier to digest. How about you, Fankum? Are you a tea, coffee, or juice person?
Okay, so my next question is what traditional foods are popular in your culture? Sorry, country.
As a Jersey girl with Italian roots, I have to say that pasta dishes are a staple in my culture. You know spaghetti, lasagna, fettuccine. My nana used to make the best Sunday sauce. It was a family tradition.
Okay, so my next question is what foods are usually eaten during festivals or holidays in your culture? Hello, any please wait, guys. I have little bit internet issue. Yes, yes. Okay.
Sofian,
Okay,
how's your
so
day
my
going so
next
far?
my question is, what traditional foods are popular in your country?
I'm from New Jersey, so we have a lot of great Italian and seafood dishes. I love a good slice of pizza or a juicy burger. But I've also had the chance to try some amazing foods while studying in Florence, like pasta and gelato. How about you? What's popular in Pakistan?
Okay, so my next question is, what foods are usually eaten during festival or holidays in your culture?
In the US, especially in New Jersey, we have some great foods during holidays. On Thanksgiving, we eat a lot of turkey, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie. On Christmas, it's all about cookies and eggnog. And on the 4th of July, we grill up some burgers and hot dogs. But I've also learned to love some Italian holiday dishes from my time in Florence, like panettone on Christmas. What about in Pakistan, Sofian? What's a favorite holiday food?
Okay, so my next question is, what unique dish from your city or village?
Sophie and I've got one. In New Jersey, we're famous for our disco fries, which are basically French fries covered in melted mozzarella cheese and gravy. It sounds weird, but trust me, it's delicious. And of course, we've also got some amazing boardwalk food like saltwater taffy and funnel cakes. But if I'm being totally honest, I've also got a soft spot for a good Taylor ham sandwich, which is a Jersey classic. What about in Pakistan? Is there a unique dish from your village?
Okay, so my next question is, have you ever uh, eaten food with your hands instead of using uh,
That's a creative way to ask, Sofian. Yeah, I have eaten food with my hands, especially when I was in Italy, where it's calming to eat pizza or pasta with your hands. And I have to say, it's really liberating to ditch the utensils and just dig in. But I've also had some amazing experiences eating with my hands in other cultures, like when I tried Indian or Pakistani food. There's something special about using your hands to connect with the food and the people you're sharing it with. How about you? Do you often eat with your hands in Pakistan?
do you try to eat healthy food?
Yeah, I tried as Sofian. As a yoga lover, I believe in fueling my body with good food. I'm a big fan of fresh veggies, fruits, and whole grains. I also love cooking Italian food, which can be healthy if you use the right ingredients. But let's be real, I'm also a fan of pizza and pasta, so it's all about balance, right? I try to listen to my body and eat what makes me feel good, both physically and mentally. How about you? Do you have a favorite healthy food or dish?
Okay, so my next question is, what is your option of on fast food opinion? on your fast food?
Sophian, I think you're asking about my opinion on fast food.
Yes.
Honestly, I think it's okay in moderation. I mean, who doesn't love a good burger or fries every now and then? But as someone who tries to eat healthy, I don't make it a regular habit. I think it's all about balance and being mindful of what you're putting in your body. Sometimes, when I'm in a rush or need a quick bite, I'll grab something from a fast food joint, but I try to choose the healthier options. How about you? Do you have a favorite fast food spot in Pakistan? That's cool, Sophian. So, what's your go to fast food order? Do you have a favorite spot in Pakistan that you always hit up?
Okay, so my next question is, um, so my next question is, do you drink enough water every day?
Great question, Sophian. Yeah, I try to drink plenty of water throughout the day. As someone who loves yoga and outdoor activities, I know how important it is to stay hydrated. I aim to drink at least 8-10 glasses of water a day, and I also love drinking herbal teas like peppermint and chamomile. Water is so essential for our bodies, and I feel like it makes a big difference in my energy levels and overall health. How about you? Do you drink enough water every day?
Okay, so my next question is, have you ever tried a diet like keto, vegetarian, or vegans?
Sophie, yeah, I've tried being a vegetarian before. I was a veggie for about a year, and it was a great experience. I felt like it really helped me connect with my body and the food I was eating. I loved trying out new veggie recipes and exploring different plant based options. I didn't try being a vegan, but I have a lot of respect for people who do choose to follow a vegan lifestyle. I think it's all about finding what works for you and your body, and being mindful of the impact your food choices have on the world. How about you? Have you ever tried a special diet or do you follow a certain way of eating?
Okay, so my next question is, what fruits are vegetables do you eat often?
Sophie and I love veggies. I eat a lot of spinach, broccoli, and bell peppers. I also enjoy carrots, zucchini, and tomatoes. I try to mix it up and eat a variety of colors to get all the different nutrients. I'm also a big fan of avocados, they're so versatile and delicious. And of course, I love a good salad with mixed greens and all the fixings. When I was studying in Florence, I fell in love with Italian veggies like eggplant and mushrooms. How about you? What are some of your favorite veggies to eat?
Okay, so my next question is, um, do you know how to cook? Any my
Sophie and
question? Yes, continue.
Sophie, so what kind of music do you like to listen to? I'm a big fan of dance music and love going to concerts and festivals.
Any my
There's something about
question
the
is,
energy of.
do you know how to cook? Any
Sophie
my,
and we are.
okay, continue.
Sophie and I'm Annie, not Neil. Anyway, anime is a great topic. I've watched a few anime shows and movies, and I think they are really interesting.
Any my
The art.
question is, do you know how to cook?
Sophian, we've already talked about this. Yes, I do know how to cook. I've mentioned it before. Let's try something new. What's your favorite type of video game? I'm a big fan of playing games in my free time.
Okay, so my next question is, what is your favorite dish to prepare?
Sophian, I think we're back to cooking again. My favorite dish to prepare is probably spaghetti carbonara. I learned how to make it when I was studying in Florence, and it's just so delicious and easy to make. I love cooking pasta and adding in the eggs, parmesan cheese, and bacon. It's a classic Italian dish that never fails to impress. How about you? Do you have a favorite dish to prepare?
Okay, so my next question is, who is the best cook in your family?
Sophian, that's a great question. In my family, I'd say my mom is the best cook. She's always been an amazing cook and can whip up a delicious meal out of anything. She's got this one recipe for chicken parmesan that's just incredible. Every time I go home, I'm like, Mom, can you please make your chicken parmesan? And she's always happy to oblige. She's just got a knack for cooking and making everyone feel welcome and full. How about you? Who's the best cook in your family?
Okay, so my next question is what food could you like to learn how to make?
Sophian, I'd love to learn how to make some traditional Pakistani dishes like biryani or halim. I've had them before and they are so flavorful and delicious. I think it would be amazing to learn how to make them from scratch. I've also always wanted to learn how to make a good naan bread. It's just so yummy with all the different types of curries. Maybe you could teach me some Pakistani cooking skills. Deal.
Okay, so my next question is uh, have you ever eaten pizza, sushi, or burgers?
Sophie and yeah, I've had all of those. I'm a big fan of pizza, especially since I lived in Italy for a while. I mean, have you had authentic Italian pizza? It's a game changer. I've also had sushi a few times, and I love the combination of flavors and textures. And burgers, of course, who doesn't love a good burger? But I have to say, after living in Italy, I'm a bit of a pizza snob now, and it's hard to find a pizza that lives up to the ones I had in Italy. How about you? Have you tried any of these foods?
Okay, so my next question is what's the weirdest food you ever heard of?
Sophian, that's a fun one. I'd say one of the weirdest foods I've ever heard of is fried tarantulas. I know it sounds crazy, but apparently they're a delicacy in some parts of the world, like Cambodia. I mean, I'm adventurous when it comes to food, but I'm not sure I'd be brave enough to try fried tarantulas. How about you? Have you ever heard of or tried any weird or exotic foods?
Okay, so my next question is if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what could it be?
Sophian, that's a tough one. If I had to choose just one food to eat for the rest of my life, I'd say it would be pasta. I know it sounds simple, but I just love it. I mean, you can have it with so many different sauces and toppings, and it's just so versatile. I could have spaghetti with tomato sauce, or fettuccine with Alfredo sauce, or even just a simple plate of pasta with olive oil and garlic. I think I could eat pasta every day and never get tired of it. How about you? What food would you choose?
Okay, so my next question is do you think food can bring people together?
Sophian, absolutely. I think food has the power to bring people together like nothing else can. Sharing a meal with someone can create a sense of community and connection that's hard to find elsewhere. Whether it's a big family dinner, a holiday feast, or just a casual meal with friends, food has a way of breaking down barriers and bringing people together. I've had some of my best conversations and made some of my closest friends over a shared meal. And I think that's because food has a way of making us feel comfortable and at ease with each other. What do you think? Do you think food can bring people together?
Okay, so my next question is what is the most delicious meal you ever eaten?
Sophian, that's a great question. I've been lucky to have had many delicious meals. But one that really stands out was a homemade pasta dish my host mom made for me when I was studying in Florence. It was a simple yet incredible dish made with fresh pasta, wild boar ragu, and porcini mushrooms. The flavors were just incredible, and it was one of those meals that just made me feel happy and content. We ate it together as a family, and it was just a really special experience. I still think about that meal to this day, and it makes me smile. How about you? What's the most delicious meal you've ever had?
Okay, so my next question is do you remember your first time eating the restaurant?
Sophie, and yeah, I think I do. My first time eating at a restaurant was when I was a kid, and my family took me to this Italian place in New Jersey. I must have been around 5 or 6 years old. I remember being so excited to be in a real restaurant, and I ordered spaghetti with meatballs. It was love at first bite, and I think that's when my love affair with Italian food started. My family would often go to that restaurant for special occasions, and it always felt like a treat. Do you remember your first time eating at a restaurant?
Okay, so my next question is: do you remember your first time eating in restaurant? Or sorry, what food remind you of your childhood?
Sophian, no worries about the repeat question. Food that reminds me of my childhood. That's a great question. You know, my mom used to make me these amazing grilled cheese sandwiches when I was a kid, and to this day, the smell of melted cheese and toasted bread just takes me back to my childhood. It's like a warm hug in a sandwich. I also remember eating a lot of pasta with marinara sauce, which my mom would make from scratch. Those were always special meals, and they remind me of happy times with my family. How about you? What food reminds you of your childhood?
Okay, so my next question is: have you ever eaten something by mistake and like it?
Sophian, that's a fun one. Yeah, I've definitely written something by mistake and ended up liking it. When I was studying art in Florence, I was working on a painting and accidentally spilled some paint on the canvas. At first, I was about to throw the whole thing away, but then I stepped back and looked at it, and it actually created this really cool, unique effect. I ended up building on that mistake and creating a whole new piece around it. It was a great reminder that sometimes mistakes can lead to something amazing. Have you ever had a similar experience, where something you did by mistake turned out to be a happy accident?
Okay, and so my next question is: have you ever, what food do you eat when you're feeling sad?
Sophian, that's a great question. You know, when I'm feeling sad, I tend to reach for comfort foods that are warm and cozy. For me, that's usually something like chicken noodle soup or a big bowl of pasta with marinara sauce. There's just something about the familiarity and warmth of those dishes that makes me feel a little better when I'm down. I also have a bit of a sweet tooth, so sometimes I'll treat myself to a slice of cake or a cookie when I'm feeling sad. It's not the healthiest habit, maybe, but it usually puts a smile on my face. How about you? What food do you turn to when you're feeling sad?
Okay, so my next question is: how often do you eat fast food?
Sophian, to be honest, I try not to eat fast food too often. As someone who loves cooking and trying new recipes, I prefer to make my own meals whenever possible. But I'd say I probably eat fast food about once a month, when I'm in a rush or need a quick convenience. I'm a big fan of burgers, so sometimes I'll grab a burger from a fast food joint. But I try to balance it out with healthier options most of the time. How about you? How often do you eat fast food?
Okay, so my next question is: do you prepare burgers, fries, or fried chicken?
Sophian, yeah, I do prepare those foods, but not too often. I'd say I'm more of a pasta and pizza kind of girl, but I do enjoy making burgers and fries every now and then. I've got a mean burger recipe that I like to break out when I'm having friends over, and I've even been known to make some delicious homemade fries in the oven. As for fried chicken, I've tried making it a few times, but it's not something I do too often. I do love a good chicken parmesan, though, and I've got a great recipe for that. How about you? Do you like to cook any of those foods?
Okay, guys, so we're up on 5 minutes another interview. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad.